Good evening. My name is Carlos Cortina. Today I will be discussing poverty and how it affects our world globally. To me, it's a global crisis that needs to be talked about. So today, to fully elaborate on this issue, I will begin on illustrating background information on poverty. Secondly, I will explore its causes and finally explain the solution to this global crisis. A global man named Gandhi once said, "Poverty is the worst form of violence. Poverty can involve the state in which people lack the necessary resources to satisfy human wants." Poverty can be categorized as absolute or relative. People living in poverty are in disadvantage because they cannot afford the basic needs such as clothing, food, drinking water, and shelter, or among other needs. People globally are extremely struggling to meet the social, physical, and emotional needs. Even though most organizations put the effort into fighting poverty, these issues still remain as a global crisis. In this presentation, I will discuss poverty, its causes, and techniques that can be embraced to elaborate on this crisis. Poverty is an issue that exists in countries or nations. It is crucial to note that the rate of poverty is high in these countries. Most of these countries, such as Africa, Latin America, and the United States, reveal that 80% of the world lives in poverty. Most people also die of poverty. One of the causes of poverty is welfare. The destruction that gets caused by the welfare is a significant problem. The large scale of violence that we see in places like Syria can be grind as socially to halt and destroy these structures such as buildings, houses, causing people to flee, forcing families to sell and leave all their assets behind. Another form of poverty is climate change. The climate change creates hunger, whether through little drinking water or too much flooding. It contributes to the cycle of poverty in several other ways, including affecting women, creating refugees, and influencing different types of conflicts such as violence or types of emotional needs. Another type of poverty is natural disaster, because natural disasters such as hurricanes or earthquakes have devastated communities throughout this world. These countries often suffer more than extensive type of crisis in the hands of these natural disasters because of the limited resources and construction of the housing infrastructures for the mechanism for responding to this global crisis. Also, another cause of poverty is a lack of good health. Poor people are likely to suffer this bad health. Those with poor health are likely to be poor because healthcare is inaccessible to those who need it because it's too much expensive. As a result, poor have to make a important decision or sometimes take what they can get. Food takes a priority because it's an asset for people trying to live on this planet. People who are sick get worse in sickness and cannot work, which makes them in a situation that's even dirtier. People who seek treatment costs often ruin their finances because it's a cycle that keeps repeating and repeating. One of the solutions for this problem is that the government should guarantee people living in poverty provide an income for them. Giving money to this poor is the ideal approach to eliminate poverty in our world today, because it provides poor people with an opportunity to start and run a business of their own so they can start a new life. Most people engage in businesses activities with the aim of making profits, such as money. People living in poverty are always discouraged from starting businesses because they cannot afford the assets and resources to even start these ventures. Communities have played a role towards poverty among these strong members. These communities as a whole indicate that these programs promoting these well-beings of these people in need, they should ensure that the community members are capable of meeting their basic needs, equipped with their skills to build them economically. Promoting these economic development of these individuals and communities, removing the barriers towards development in the people who are not able to meet the criteria for any type of health care. In summary, this presentation examined the concept of poverty, its causes and solutions, regauging the grand, local, and personal strategies to fix poverty. In clear, poverty is a major crisis that should be eliminated at all costs. Therefore, all of us should join hands to fight against poverty since this issue. Nelson Mandela once said that, like slavery, poverty is not nature. It is man-made. It cannot be overcome, or the actions of these human beings cannot be fixed.